Hey, what's up guys? It's NashCrafter and welcome to my channel for another episode here on not the Decidedly Vanilla server, but our Vanilla Let's Play series. I got so used to saying Decidedly Vanilla because the last two episodes were Decidedly Vanilla episodes, but we are here in my vanilla world and I'm very excited about today's episode. We are going to be doing a little bit of building, which is something that I really want to hop back into. I feel like I've just been kind of showing you guys around and doing updates with you guys, and I want to get into building. So that's what we're going to be doing today. But before we start off, I just want to say I hope you all are having a very great day. I'm having a really good day today, and I just want to say that I hope you guys are all having a good day as well. But let's get into today's episode. So let's flip around. Alright, so things are going to look a little bit different around this area. I have done a lot of off-camera work, kind of, but I have been doing some things off-camera. So you guys can see we have a bunch of trees here. This has kind of been my temporary tree farm because I don't really know where else to put the trees, and I don't want to go out long distances and have to like harvest trees. So I just built one here, and I've just been lining up rows of oak wood, and then I've got the really tall spruce wood just in case we need it in the future. Today we're going to be doing something to fix this because as of right now it looks kind of cluttery. It looks really distracting and kind of messy. It's not what I want for this base area or this village. I don't want a giant like bushel of trees in the middle of it. So we're going to get rid of this today, but we are also going to be doing something off in this direction, and I have a little bit to show you over here. So we're going to head over here. You guys can see I still have a little bit of terraforming to do, so I'm not completely done with this, but I do need to go and collect a lot more dirt if I want to do that. But we're going to be working with this area today, and I actually want to jump over the lake here. We are going to check this out. So like I said, I did a little work off camera, so mainly that stuff and then this. So this is a custom tree, and hopefully in the future this is actually going to be a whole custom forest. So this is going to look a little bit different. There were a bunch of birch trees all around this area. I took all of those out. I did a little bit of custom terraforming over here, nothing too crazy. I just kind of bumped it up a couple levels, and I think this looks good. It's going to give it some depth when we add all of our custom trees in. And I haven't really done a terraforming project in the past. I mean, I did a little bit of those islands that I did in the Decidedly Vanilla episode, but that was pretty much it. That's pretty much all of the terraforming I've done, so I kind of wanted to do my own trees and a little bit of terraforming here because I thought it would really bring the world together. So I want to show you guys this tree that I made, and this is kind of a template for all of the trees that I want in this area. So they're going to be mixed leaves, just like this. And then little branches kind of poking out here and there. I think adding the fence posts in really brings it together. So I think that looks good. And then I like this one. This one's a little bit smaller than I would really like all of the other ones to be. But this, like I said, is just a template. It's just the first one, kind of getting a feel for doing custom trees. Everywhere that there's not birch trees, this is going to be filled in with custom oak trees. So it's a big project, but it's going to be something we work on within the next couple of episodes. But for this episode, like I said, we're going to work on our tree situation over there so we can have a better place for us to harvest trees at, as well as a bridge linking these two areas right over there and right here. So I do have a plan, so let's just hop right into it. Why not? And I think I have everything over here in the chest that we need. Alright guys, so I figured I would build this with you guys on camera. So I do have a plan. I planned everything out off camera, so I know exactly what I'm going to build, but I want to build it kind of block for block with you guys. Let's run back over here. I know I keep flip-flopping, but I do want to start from this side so we can see where this starts. So I want a 3 wide gap across just like that, and then we do want to change these out. This is kind of a pet peeve of mine that I have, so we'll do something like that. Next thing we want to do is have this come up just a little bit like that, and then we want to go to the other side and pretty much copy that onto the other side. Alright, next thing we want to do is we want to go in with some stairs, and we'll put them just like that, and then I want to take my stone brick and put one on each side, and then we'll head over and do the same thing. I kind of want to keep it, you know, we'll bounce back and forth and doing the same thing here. So next thing I did was I just added some half slabs here to kind of give it a little bit of a steeper staircase, and then I want to add some glass blocks. This is something that I think could look really cool. So I think we should make more of these guys. So I wanted to add light gray stained glass to the center. So I thought it could maybe look something like this. We'll kind of flip around here and it'll look like we're walking up there. So then we'll put a slab there and a slab there, and it kind of makes this cool walkway. It goes up into these glass steps, and that was kind of the only way I could really figure out how to make the glass work. But I'm really happy with it. I actually think it looks pretty cool. And then we'll just do glass all the way across the center. So it looks something like this, and I think that's really cool. You can see down into the water there, and I think that looks awesome. So next thing we want to do is build this thing up. So I want to have a roof on the top, and it's going to have some guardrails on the side. So I gotta think of how I want to do this exactly. And I want to add some accents over here too. So we'll do something like this. And I need to get a lot more stone brick. I'm kind of running out here, but we'll just cap those off, make those look pretty. And then I'm going to go grab some more stone brick because I'm pretty sure, yes, I am all out. So that is what I'm going to do. I'll be right back with you guys here in just a second. Alright, so going in with a little bit more detail. So let's see, this needs to look like that and that. There we go. And then where do I want to go next? So I think this can go up like that. That looks pretty good. And then here on the inside, I want to add some fencing. So we're going to close it off like that, just adding some stone brick slabs. And then we'll do something like this. And I like the mixture of the different wood colors. I think that looks pretty nice. So we'll just close it off completely. And then I want to go on to the other side here and see what we can work with when it comes to maybe making some of these fence posts look like they're hanging down a little bit. So, oh, this is going to be so hard because bobbing up and down here, but something like that. Yeah, perfect. And then what we can do is do 2 more on the bottom, and I think that would look really good. So I'm going to finish that up here in just a second, but we're going to finish the roof now because I have enough blocks to finish off the roof, and I think that'd be good if we did that first. Alright guys, off in the distance, it's coming together, so I'm just getting the roof kind of figured out, and that's the hardest part for me is the roof. It just takes a really long time to get yourself positioned correctly and to get the roof actually, you know, looking the way you want it to look. But we're getting there slowly. The thing that's really hard is that you have to like shift and you have to position yourself just right on the block. You have to make sure you stay on this top half and kind of squeeze your cursor down into the side there and place that block down. And that's the hardest part. See, if you fall down here, you can't place the block, so you have to be up on this little top part. And sometimes they flip upside down, which is no fun, and then you have to try to get it and then it drops, and you know, it's a process. We're almost done here. Once I get past this, it'll get a lot easier. So yeah, there we go. Slide that last one in. And then what we want to do is I want to go in with some oak wood and just do some of this action. And we are going to want to put lighting, and I was thinking redstone lamps. I actually have quite a lot of redstone. So if I could go into the nether, get a little bit of glowstone, and we could make ourselves some redstone lamps. And I think that'd be a pretty cool way to light up this area over here. So I'm just going to sleep and finish up this roof really quick, and then I'll come back with you guys, and we'll start working out the little details. So check out the profile, guys. It's looking pretty good. It's coming together and the roof is completely finished. So I'm liking it. I need to go in and finish the railing on the other side, and then I also wanted to just add a little bit of detail here. So coming up just like that, 2 on each side, and I really like how open, and it still is kind of like, it's closed off on the width, but I really like how tall it is, and it's got this nice little quaint feel to it, which I think pulls it together and makes it look really nice. So just mixing blocks and mixing colors is something that I think really works and looks good. There was a creeper over here just a second ago, so I was kind of looking around for him, making sure he doesn't come and blow up what I just built. But it seems like he's gone, so we're good. So I think that looks really cool. I think it kind of adds detail. It makes it look like it's almost hanging down, like those are ropes or something. I don't know. But I like this bridge design. I haven't done a covered bridge before. Alright, so I'm going to make 2 redstone lamps. So we'll grab those. We need to get 2 levers as well, so we'll do that. And then I need to get those, I need to get more wool because I need to make our banners. And the banners are pretty much just going to be for decoration. They're going to be a solid color, and that's pretty much it. They're just going to be really basic banners, and I think they'll just add some spice to this area because as of right now it is kind of boring. So let's see, if I could get some orange, that would be great. Actually, I've kind of changed my mind. I think I might use white and orange banners, but that means I'm going to have to get 2 more orange banners. So if I could go and get some more orange wool here, that would be great. And it looks like we've got probably enough to make at least 1 more. And then we can wait for them to grow their wool back, and then we can get some more. So yeah, we got 1 more, so we just need 1. We got 1 more, now we need 1 more. So I'm going to wait this out just a little bit for them to grow their wool back, and we will get going on these banners. Alright guys, so I got the redstone lamps, I got all of my banners that I wanted. So we're going to head over and just decorate this, make it look pretty, make it look fancy. And this is the fun part. I think this is the fun part of the builds. It's like doing, I'm not so much into interior design, but I do think it's fun to do. Because it can really pull the build together and make it look like it's lived in, make it look like it's been around for a while. So I think we'll do 1 there, and then coming in 1 on each side, just like that. And then I want to do maybe the levers right next to them, something like that. And that'll just give it this nice glow, especially at nighttime. So maybe we'll wait around for a little bit and wait for it to become nighttime so we can check this thing out at nighttime. And then I wanted to add the banners. Let's see. We'll take these guys, and I wanted to do, I think I want to do orange on top and then sneak a white one below just to give it some color, give it some, I don't know, some interest, I guess, so it's not just made out of the stone and the wood that I always build out of. And the reason why I'm using these blocks is because I want to keep this color palette really similar throughout this whole area. So we built the storage house out of, you know, those kinds of blocks. So I want everything to look cohesive and nice, but I do want to add little pops of color here and there because I think it could pull it together. And I think the main color for this area, I guess, this village, whatever we want to call it, is going to be orange. I never really use orange, and it's a color that I do like. So something like that, just to add a little bit of something to make it look better, give it some color, pull it together, and I think that looks nice. I also grabbed some cobblestone walls, so we're going to finish this up by just doing something like that. So that is my bridge, guys. That's it. Nothing to it. It's really quick build, really fast, but I think it looks pretty cool. And one thing I always like to do is add a sneaky crafting table. They're not very sneaky because you can see them very clearly, but I do like to add crafting tables all around my world because I think it's really handy. You never know when you're going to need to craft something, so I like to just like sneak them in like that, and now you can craft there if you want to. But next thing we have to do for today's episode is I want to plan out an area where I can make a tree farm, and I'm going to do an underground tree farm because it's really the only way I could think to make something look pretty, like make a tree farm that's pretty but not super, like it's not going to take up a bunch of space. I feel like if we put it underground, we have all the space possible underground to dig out, and we can use that for as many trees as we want. But if we were to put it above ground, I feel like it would kind of stick out like a sore thumb, like we just have this big bushel of trees, kind of like we do here. And that's not the look I'm going for. Thinking about developing this area off first and kind of working our way towards the ravine town. So maybe doing it over here by the bridge, just right here next to the river, and then all of this big body of water here where the sugar cane is going to be filled in as well. So this is all going to be dirt and land. So we're not going to have to worry about the water. I think the water is taking up too much space that we could use to build buildings, so that's why I'm going to fill it in. But I think I am going to put it like right here or over here, like right here. So that is what we're going to do, and I think what I'm just going to start with is I am going to make myself a trapdoor, and I'm going to dig down and kind of dig out an area that I think would work for this. So let's see, how do we trapdoor? Just like that. I think one thing I would like to do is maybe plan out some pathways first. So I think this pathway could kind of stretch around here go off in this direction, and this is where the lumber mill, that's kind of what I'm planning on making, is a big old lumber mill with a big crane, and this pathway is going to kind of wind through the town. It's not going to be a direct pathway. I really like natural organic pathways, so that's kind of my plan for that. But I do need to get a little bit of dirt to fill this in, so I'll be right back with you guys once I've got some of this dirt, and we'll fill, I don't know if we'll get to that body of water over there, but I at least want to fill in these two. So I'll be right back with you guys in just a second. Hold on. Before we go and get all of that dirt and fill this area in, I wanted to show you guys what this looks like at nighttime, all lit up, because I told you guys that I would wait a little bit and show you guys what it looked like at nighttime. But then I got talking about the lumber mill and I got all excited. But this is, you know, the sun setting, and this is what it's looking like. So it's just got this really nice glow to it from the redstone lamps. I think they look good, and I like this. I like this little bridge. I'm actually like, I'm one of those people who gets really excited about my builds. Like, that might sound really lame and corny, but every time I build a build and I'm like, wow, that actually turned out really nice, I get really excited about it, because it's a cool feeling. Like I said, it's just got this really nice glow to it, and I think this makes you really want to come into the town. Like, when you see this bridge, you're like, oh, we've got a nice village over there, a nice town to go to. But like I said, we are going to take a sleep really quick, and then we're going to go out, find some dirt. Well, I'm going to go out and find some dirt. I won't drag you guys along to do that, but I'm going to do that really quickly, and then we will come in and we will start this dig. And I'm not going to do the build in today's episode, so you guys are going to have to stay tuned for the next episode to see the lumber mill build, but it should be very exciting, so I hope you guys stay around for that. But yeah, so we're just going to get it kind of started today. That's my idea, but I am going to get some work done right now, so I'll be right back with you guys here in just a sec. Alright guys, so I've got everything kind of filled in, patched up. It's looking good. So next thing I want to do is plan out where I want my area to go, so where I want this build to be. And one thing I really like to do when planning a build is I like to use very vibrant colored blocks to kind of lay out at least a general idea of where everything is going to go. It's nighttime, there's creepers, this is bad, but I do need to grab myself some blocks, so let's see what I have. Ooh, okay. So I have tons of red concrete powder. What we can do is we can change this into some concrete. Okay, so I'm not even going to turn it into concrete. I'm just going to keep it as the concrete powder because, you know, honestly, it doesn't really matter. It's not going to be staying for very long. It's just going to be staying until the next episode. So, you know, it's a temporary thing. It should work fine. But what I want to do is I just want to lay some things out. So I think over here is where I want to have a giant crane. So I'm going to maybe do something like this. So then next to the crane, I want to have this area where the main part is going to be. It's going to come off the road a little bit here, and this is where we're going to enter our building. So it's going to be probably a little bit bigger than this. And I think the way I'm going to make this work is the crane is going to be used to haul the wood and load it onto ships onto the river. So we've got this river here, and the crane is just to place logs onto boats, and the boats go this way. So this is kind of the stopping point. This is where the town starts. So this is where the boats, any boats that are coming into our town, this is where they will unload, as well as they'll stop, and they'll just kind of keep going that way. And then they'll come, drop things off, pick things up, and then go back. And that's kind of my story behind that. I'm just trying to get a feel for how big I want this, because this is going to be a pretty big build. Honestly, I think the crane could even be a little bit smaller. It doesn't need to be that big. And it's just a matter of playing around with the shapes and determining where you want things. So this is why I recommend using brightly colored blocks to do this, is because you can lay things out, and if it's not the exact size you kind of envisioned in your head, then you can just move them around and play with them and see if you could come up with something different and something that kind of fit your idea better. And then over here, I just want to have a little bit of an outdoor shed type area. And this is where a lot of the wood is going to be stored. So we're just going to have like piles of wood kind of hanging out here. So this is my idea so far. So we've got the crane. We've got this main room type area. And then this is kind of lumber area where lumber is going to be. And then there will also be some spots that hang out here. And we put logs around this area too. It's going to be it's just gonna be for anything wood related basically. And I also think I kind of want to start maybe pushing some of this back. And then our main pathway here is gonna kind of start to snake this way. This area isn't going to be the main part of the town. This is kind of the outskirts still. So near the river, the outskirts of the town, the main town is gonna be over back where our storage system is and kind of back beyond that. So that's where all the bigger builds are gonna be. And this is more of the smaller builds, just a nice little bridge and a nice little lumber mill. But what I want to do is I want to come in here and I want to add an area where we can go downstairs. That's where my tree farm is going to be. So it's going to be a hidden tree farm, but it's going to look like this area is made to hold wood, which is, I feel like it's going to work out. You guys are just going to have to see, like I said, in the next episode and see how it turns out. But I want to do kind of a main hatch here. So I think what I'll do is something like this. We'll fill 2 of those back in, and then I don't have any crud. I don't have any ladders, which we're gonna need a lot of ladders. So 21 will get us a start here. So I just want to make this come down, and I feel like that's, never mind. I changed my mind. I think I want it to be at the back, maybe the back corner, something like that. I'm very indecisive about this because I have no clue what this is going to look like. I have no design in mind, so I'm just kind of going with whatever feels right, and I do that with a lot of my builds. I've talked about that in the past. But so it's going to be this little ladder, and we can pop up here, and I might push this back by 1, but it's just going to have trapdoors over the top, so you can't really see down into this area, but you can obviously access it, and that is where the tree farm is going to be. And I think the tree farm's going to stretch all underneath this area here. It's going to be a really big area where we can just have every type of tree, and we're going to have to take into consideration how tall these can actually grow. So these ones grow really, really tall. The oak ones don't grow as tall, but they grow pretty tall if you cluster them all together like this. So again, these are just things we need to think about, but I wanted to show you guys my planning process as well as the bridge design. But we've got this little chute down here that we can just go down, and I will probably do all of the mining off camera because it's just digging. It's really boring. I don't want you guys to have to sit through all of that. I've explained this before, so I think you guys know where I'm coming from. But yeah, the sun is setting. I think I'm going to call this an episode, but let me go sleep really quick so we're not doing the outro during the nighttime and getting attacked by mobs. So I'm going to go sleep, and then we're going to call this an episode. And we're back. It's daytime. Everything's looking really good. So I'm going to head over here. That is going to have to be the end of today's episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate all of you guys. You guys have been showing massive support, especially with the like button. Thank you guys so much for hitting the like button. You guys have just been so awesome about it. And again, I hope you guys are really having a great day today. I had a really good day, and playing Minecraft just made it so much better. So again, I will see you guys in the next vanilla Minecraft episode, and stay tuned for that lumber mill because I'm very excited to get to building that. That should be a really fun build. And the crane, I've never built a crane before, so again, something I'm very excited to try. But yes, with that being said, I will see you guys in the next episode. I'll talk to you very soon. I hope you all have a beautiful, wonderful day. Bye, guys.